So I'm gonna steal a philosophy from Hamza for the beginning of this video because I want you to understand this, and he explained it the best. And I'm gonna put it into my own words. There's a difference between hard work and easy work. That hard work is not hard work when you want to do it. So he called it trudging through snow. You know where there's snow up to your knees and you have to trudge through it, and it's a slug, bro. You have to go through it, and it's just like, it's a pain in the ass. That's hard work. Those are the thoughts. Take the snow as the thoughts of, man, I don't want to do this right now. I want to just post an Instagram reel instead. I don't want to record a video. Man, I'd rather just go edit my previous video instead of record a new one. Man, I'd rather do this task, whatever the task it may be, okay? Whatever task it may be that you don't want to do and you'd rather do anything else. That's hard work when you have to push your brain and push all the snow away, which are the thoughts, and go into it. Easy work is when you want to do the task and you're motivated. Now, okay, let me ask you this. Do you want to do hard work or easy work? Knowing me, you would say hard work, right? In fact, you want to do the easy work, the task that you want to do. Now, obviously, when there's a task that needs doing and you don't want to do it, you should do it. If it needs doing, absolutely do it. But you have to understand that discipline is getting the task done. Motivation is going above and beyond and making it perfect and putting in the more effort. So you want to make yourself motivated to do that task, and you want yourself to like that task, that said task. Now, some tasks are urgent and they need to be done. Do them. Get them done with discipline, but learn how to love it. So how do you get motivated long term in general? My main tip for this would be dopamine control. Okay? What's dopamine control? Dopamine control is just living your life on low dopamine, whereas having work is now high dopamine activity, meaning a task that you're now motivated for, because dopamine is motivation. So what you have to understand is if you can play video games, if you can watch Netflix, if you can call your girlfriend to come over and have sex with her and eat munchies with her afterwards, and her give you a good fucking back rub, you will not feel like doing the work because you have all these options and you can do them. I'm not telling you to break up with your girlfriend, but I will tell you to cancel Netflix and fucking delete your Steam account, okay? Delete it. Don't just uninstall it or install it or write back again. But you have to trust yourself. So you need to stop playing video games. You need to stop indulging into high palatable food. You need to have a simple diet, eggs, and just food, real food that's good for you, but no fucking pizzas and fucking Snickers bars and these tasty stuff. What you have to realize is when you get to the point where you're reading books instead of watching YouTube videos. Now, every now and then you might watch a YouTube video that's actually useful to you. But for the most part, you're learning and you're doing the tasks that are low dopamine, which means that makes the work task so much higher dopamine. This makes life in general so much more fun. It makes your work fun, but it makes your life as a whole more fun, more vibrant, more vivid, because you're not used to scrolling on TikTok. Your dopamine system gets fucked because of the reason that it's so much free dopamine points for basically nothing. Okay? You haven't done anything. You're controlling your baseline. So if you start reading books and you stop playing video games, which are very fun, trust me, video games are so much fun. So somebody will come with the argument, but man, what if I get my work done and then I play video games? No, because the second day you'll make it harder for yourself, because now you want to play video games like you did last time because you're comparing the dopamine levels. Work is at this level. Video games are fucking through the roof dopamine. So you don't want to do this task, right? It's like school. You can have your phone in school or you can just read the book, right? Yeah, in school. You don't want. Now, school is bullshit. It's not important. So I get why you did that. But I'm using that as an example. So what you need to do is make your life more boring, so the work becomes more fun. Now you're more motivated. Now, when motivation comes, as I've already mentioned, you go above and beyond and you put in maximum effort to get it perfect. Now your work creates output that's better, meaning better money, better views, better whatever, better opportunity, better, for me, it's better podcast guests, all of that. And once I get that done, I suddenly live a life that's higher in dopamine, right? So you will have to decrease your dopamine, your artificial dopamine from video games, food, bad food, porn, Netflix, whatever, from all of these highly dopamine activities that don't bring you a return on your investment. But then you do the low dopamine stuff, which now is perceived as high dopamine because you don't have you have all of this low dopamine stuff gone. This is your dopamine, so this is now fun to you. Then that creates a life that's higher dopamine, but that's a direct reward to the low dopamine stuff. So your brain will want to do both. But when the video games and this work task are not correlated and they are not a result, the video games are not a result of your work, now you don't want to do the work because you know video games are going to be out there anyways. But if you make money through social media and then you spend and enjoy that money, you know that you need to do this to get more money, the more higher dopamine, like going for a steak with your girlfriend, right? Or traveling or whatever. You know that you need the money from the work. So this is what I want you to realize. You need to control your dopamine baseline and to have the high dopamines only from something that comes from work, so that these two are correlated, so that your subconscious brain already wants to do the work to have the more higher dopamine as a reward mechanism. Our brains work very well with reward mechanisms. So it's crazy how a boring life by normal people, technically, how no nightclubs, no all of this bullshit, how a boring life where you just sit at home, you read, you work, you train, and that's it, and you eat healthy food that's not very high palatable. This boring life now becomes more fun to you. It becomes more fun. And the thing is, reading books will become fun. That will actually become fun. Do you remember why you can't read a book? Why you get bored during the first 30 pages? You know, after the first chapter, you're just done with it. Why you can't finish any book? Because you're used to Netflix series. Because you're used to YouTube videos daily. On a daily basis, you're consuming YouTube videos like fucking spaghetti, like fucking noodles down your throat. Then, of course, a book will not seem as entertaining, right? Audiobooks are more entertaining than real books. That's why you should pay more attention. A book requires more of your attention because it needs you to read, not just listen, okay? So if you think about it, reading is more like work. You have to read and then translate it in your own brain. Like read it in your brain for you. So speak it, and then you have to listen to it in your brain with your own voice. Technically, you're not reading out loud. But listening to an audiobook just requires you to just consume, just listen. And that's easier. And the funny thing about it is thinking becomes fun. And if you're in business, you know that thinking is extremely important because thinking is almost like a work task. I have it on my task list to have 1 hour of undivided thinking time. So usually that's like at midnight, or that's whenever I go to sleep. And these days I go to sleep at like 10 and I still wake up at 4 or 5. But I divide 1 full hour to thinking time. And I have my journal in front of me, okay? And I always, if I get a good idea, I write it down. But you need to specify some time for thinking time, where you only think, you don't get distracted. Your phone is on airplane mode. Your PC is turned off. Everything is off. And you don't even, maybe you have a coffee to sip on and that's it. And you just think. And some people might call you crazy. Trust me, Winston Churchill thought a lot. George Washington, they sat on a chair and they thought. All these great men from history, they sat on a chair like this. How do you call this? Hanging or nah? I don't know how you call this movement, right? But they bounce on their chair, let's say, and they thought and just had their coffee in their hand. They had their mug of coffee in their hand. They just sit down and thought for hours upon end. That's how they got their great ideas. This is why great men are great men, because they're friends with themselves and they can think. So utilize your brain to your own advantage. If you think about it, your brain is like a chat GPT. You can ask yourself questions and try to come up with answers. Whenever you're going to ask ChatGPT for a question, which is like not maybe like a fact that you don't know, like, hey, when was America founded? And you might not know the year. But whenever you actually think about some philosophical topic, you know, some people like to chat with ChatGPT, right? They like to, you know, ask him, like, what do you think about this? Ask yourself that question, okay? If I was the president, how would I fix the Mexican border issue? Now, Trump already is fixing that, but think about something like that. And you might think that that's unrelated to your work. You'll see that you'll go full circle. Your brain likes to go in circles in thoughts. You'll see that you'll start going full circle and you'll find a solution, and you'll find solution to your problem. You might not find a problem to the Mexican border problem yourself, but you will find your circle around and come up with an idea that works for you, for your content, for whatever you do. Now, I'm going to give you a quick tip on how to stay motivated, right? It's a cold shower. I heard from Andrew Huberman, I believe. Cold shower boosts your dopamine for the next 4 hours by like 2.5 times or 2 times. You know, it doubles your dopamine, which means doubles your motivation for the next a few hours, I believe. I don't know, maybe 2 to 4 hours, something like that. So if you want a quick motivation boost, take a cold shower. Why? Why not a warm shower? Because a cold shower requires 30 seconds of discomfort, and extreme discomfort, bro. I took a cold shower an hour ago because I take cold showers in the morning. Bro, I was motivated to record this video and script it and all of the work that I do, right? Even with the boys on Smack, I was rating with them a little bit, talking about our project. I am motivated, you know. I am motivated. I'm going above and beyond for this video. I'm coming up with new ideas, even off script. I've already put a couple of ideas that I just thought about it, just ran through my mind because I want to do this. If I wasn't doing this, I would just read out the script. I wouldn't get any ideas. I wouldn't even give extra value in this video, and I wouldn't try as hard. So take a cold shower maybe before each and every video you record, or maybe each and every work task. Make that as a, you know, make that as a start engine button in a car. You know, take a cold shower before every work session. That's such a genius advice. Do this like 3-4 times a day. It's okay to take 3-4 showers in a day. Cold showers, it's absolutely fine. Not just that, but even sprinting can help. Sprinting also, for some reason, it gets your heart pumping and then gives you a lot of dopamine. So sprinting can work. Maybe not as well as the cold shower, but it can work too. The last thing that I'm going to give you, have pride. Maybe if have pride in yourself, or maybe if you're in a community of guys that are working hard and you're the only one who is lazy, you know, you gotta work hard, right? I am in Blackthorn Capital, right? I am too proud to be the one lazy guy who failed to upload a video today. I'm the only to be the only lazy guy who didn't work on our projects today and all of that. I have so much pride that I want to beat other guys, or like be seen amongst my tribe, amongst the group as the hard worker, that I will not let myself slip. And the thing is, you need to have people that keep you accountable, or just that one guy. To be honest, just one guy that keeps you accountable is enough. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened 2 days ago. One of my friends, his name is Nico. He missed a group coaching call that we had with Ali and all the other guys. He missed one of those calls. Now, we were wondering, man, why did he miss? It's like 60 of us on this call. How many would there were? You know, it's like, why did he miss? And and one of our friends say, hey, bro, I see on Telegram, he's playing a video game. And we were like, clowning the shit out of him, bro. We were like, actually, we didn't know that it's true or not. Maybe you just had that open in the background. We didn't know what the fuck happened. But we were like, we had topics to discuss, so we couldn't, like, you know, go off topic. So said, bro, guys, stay on topic, right? Ali said that, but we were wondering, man, and we were actually like talking shit about it. I'm like, man, why the fuck is he playing video games, bro? This is an important call. You should be on here. Now we didn't know if that's true, so I DM'd him, hey, bro, are you playing video games right now? And he said, and he responded to me like an hour later, and he said, yeah, man, that's true. I was playing a video game with my little brother. He bought this co-op video game and he wanted me to play it with him, so I've been playing it with him for the past couple of days. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I was like, you know, it's good to play with your little brother. I don't think that that's a waste of time if you play a video game with your brother and spend time with your brother. Okay, it's your family. But a couple of days in a row, like I told him, if your brother was still smoking weed when he's older, will he start smoking weed with him just because he's your brother? No, of course not. If you play it once, that's okay, but a couple of days, and he was still like, you know, working throughout those days, but this one day he'd take a full day off and he just played video games all day to finish the video game, right? It was a story mode video game. I don't even know what it was. I didn't ask him. But to finish the video game, he took a whole day just to play, you know. And I told him, bro, come on, man, wake the fuck up. He was like, he actually thanked me, like, for keeping him accountable. I could tell he was ashamed. Like, he was ashamed because, bro, he lost my respect, bro. That he actually, like, he said, nah, man, I'm gonna make up for this, bro. And he actually, like, felt ashamed that if I wasn't there to call him out, he would come on the call the next day. And if we were nice to him, he would probably do it again sometime in the future. But now he knows that he loses the respect of us and us as a whole group, and we make money together. So you don't want to lose the respect of that group if we are actually caring about each other, improving together, all of that. So he didn't want to lose our respect, so he kept himself accountable. Now I kind of clown him in the DMs, but have pride for your community, have pride for your own self. Pride is something that you should utilize, okay? Don't have pride just for stupid shit, right? Pride is a sin, but I'm not talking in a sinful way. You need to be, I cannot afford to slip up. I cannot afford to play video games. I cannot afford to jerk off. I cannot afford to eat shit. You know, to eat shit food. I cannot afford to do these things. The thing is, Nico, now, since he's played video games for a couple of days, I don't know if 2 or 3 days, he now has a fucked up dopamine system. Now the work is gonna seem twice as hard, and maybe his output will be a little worse for that. But you know what, man? To be honest, I am glad that he had that experience, because now he knows what it feels like when you fuck up and you try to gain the momentum back again. And that's what I want you to realize. So no, I'm not telling you to go play video games to find out what it's like. I want you to understand the fact that if you do fuck up and then you come back and try to build up the momentum all over again, it's way harder. And try to learn from others' mistakes. Don't try to experience it yourself. It's like tripping on a rock, the guy before you or in front of you, and he's telling you, hey, watch out, there's a rock. And you say, oh no, but let me trip too. You know, this is like you saying, if you did the mistake, why can't I? Bro, I'm telling you right now because I'm trying to be useful to you. Yeah, anyways, hope this helps. Hope this gives you something to think about maybe. So the main thing that I want you to take out of this is control your dopamine levels. It will make your life and your work so much fun. And having your work fun means you're going to put in twice as much input, which will gain you twice as much output, if not more. And that will create a more fun life. So I hope that this was valuable to you. And with this in mind, see you on the next one. God bless you. I forgot that part.